The first card you have, your past, is the Three of Swords, yes. So I'm seeing a conversation. I'm seeing a conversation where words really hurt you. There were some words that really hurt. I often see words when I see swords, and there could have been a very sad kind of long build up to this conversation before it actually happened as well. It was like, you were anticipating this conversation and you knew that it was coming. You both knew that this conversation had to happen. And this could have even been a breakup conversation, or it could have been a conversation with someone who you'd already broken up with maybe, and maybe you still had things to sort out or something like that. But it was a very, very sad conversation, and it was around, a breakup, or you kind of, separating from someone or something like that. And yeah, I'm actually seeing this person saying some really cruel things to you, even some really nasty things to you, personal things even. But, they weren't saying these things because they actually believed them. I'm not saying that to try and make you feel better. What I'm seeing is that, they were saying these things about you because they really wanted to justify their own behavior. I know it sounds really horrible, but, and I hope this is going to make sense, but, they wanted to do anything they could to make themselves feel better about themselves and about the decisions they were making. So, it's like they were kind of saying, oh, this person's kind of really horrible, and that's why I'm moving on, or that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And deep down, they didn't think that really, but it was like they had to kind of make themselves think that, or demonize you in some way to make themselves feel better about what they were doing. That's what I'm seeing. So if this resonates, I know words can really hurt, and I know whatever they said was very, very hurtful. I can see that quite clearly. But what they were saying and the way that they were behaving, this was all about them. This was all about them and how they were feeling about themselves and how they were justifying this to themselves, because they felt really horrible about doing this, about this separation or whatever. They knew that they were in the wrong, or that they were doing something wrong, or something like that, or they're being really terrible. And they had to kind of, in their mind, they didn't have to, but this is the way they were thinking. In their mind, they were saying, well, yes, they really did this and they really did that. And maybe these were trivial things. And maybe they were kind of saying kind of personal things about you that you couldn't have helped, or they couldn't find any really terrible things you've done. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everyone can kind of pinpoint a whole lot of terrible things that someone's done. Anyone could do that about me or you or anyone. But they were kind of magnifying things, making up things, making you look a lot worse than you were. That's what I'm seeing. And this was to justify themselves. The next card you have, your past, is the King of Pentacles. So yes, even though this was obviously a very, very painful time, I think you knew for a long time before you had this conversation that you weren't truly happy in this situation, this relationship. This is probably why I was seeing a big build-up leading to this conversation. Now, this build-up could have been going on for months, even years. You might have been feeling that. You just weren't happy. And I'm seeing that on the surface, this is what I'm seeing with this card. On the surface, it looked as if you both had everything, like this king. I mean, look at this king. He's covered in gold. He's got vines all around him, big robes. He's got this big coin. He's got a gold crown, everything, big throne. So on the surface, it really looked like you both had everything. People could have even looked in your relationship and maybe thought, I'd like to be like that. This is a goal I want. I want to be like these two people. But, you were feeling really bogged down, really weighed down, almost stuck, if that makes sense. If you look at this king as well, he has his robes are really, really heavy, and he has these great vines tangled all over him. He's really weighed down. So you did feel this way for a long, long time. You could have tried to kind of put how you were feeling out of your mind for a long time, but then you couldn't really do this. The inevitable happened in the end with this conversation. This person could have been an alpha person, if that makes sense. Someone who wanted to be in charge, someone who always thought they were a leader, and that's how they think they are now. And that's kind of why people used to look at you and this person together and think, wow, this is an amazing couple. They're amazing people. So the last card you have for your past is the Star. So you did have hope that things were going to be better for you eventually. It was just a matter of you trying to get your emotions back into balance after this horrible conversation and everything else. I think deep down you knew that, you'd be a lot freer without this person around you. I am seeing freedom in this card. Excuse me, I'm just swallowing. Yeah, because I'm seeing freedom because there's a bird behind this beautiful woman's elbow, this bird, but it's not flying, it's sitting in a tree. It's waiting, but it isn't actually ready to fly yet. It's just sitting there. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you knew that you'd be able to fly freely eventually, but at this time you just needed to kind of get yourself together, get your emotions together, and just take care of yourself for a while. Just finding some balance in your life until you're ready to kind of fly off and get this freedom for yourself. That's what I'm seeing in this card. The first card you have for your present is the Sun. So yes, you will work through this. You will come to the realization that whatever this person said to you in the Three of Swords was really, really all about them. And it was really all about them. This person could be really, this ex or this person who you had the separation with, I'm seeing they could be really careful about their reputation. They really kind of value their reputation. They value how people see them. So I'm just seeing whatever they said to you could have been something negative. It might have even been about your appearance. Because I'm seeing that it was something that you couldn't help about yourself. It wasn't something that you'd done. It was something about you that was just part of your appearance, your personality, something that you couldn't change. And that's why it was really a low blow. It was a really horrible thing for them to say. I keep on seeing appearances. This person was and is actually highly invested in what other people think of them. But yes, you're in a process of coming out of this. You're in a process of caring for yourself, and that's how you are coming out of this. You're finding yourself again. That's what I'm seeing. And eventually you'll feel really free, which is what I was seeing in the Star card. You just won't care what this person thinks of you anymore. And that's true freedom. When you don't care about what other people think of you anymore, in a good way, not in a nasty way. It's not like I don't care what they think, I'll do whatever I want, I'll be horrible. It's not like that. Obviously, the Sun card is about positivity. So it's positive. It's like, this person can say whatever they like, they can think whatever they like. I'm happy in myself, I'm free in myself, I feel fine, I know that I'm fine, I don't really care what they think. It's that kind of not caring what other people think. That's what I'm seeing in this card. And the other thing I'm seeing is I'm just looking at these sunflowers in this card, and sunflowers usually face the sun when they grow. They're beautiful flower heads, they open up to the sun. If you look at this card, they're facing you. The sunflowers are facing toward you. So this is a message to you. You're not the person that this horrible person in the Three of Swords said you were. You're bright enough for these sunflowers to face toward you because they are facing you. And what I'm seeing is you were actually the light, you were the sun in this relationship, and that's why they were trying to hide your light. They were trying to hide who you were. That's what I'm seeing. And now that you're coming out, you're realizing that you are the sun, you are the light. That's why the sunflowers face you. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So many beautiful cards in your present. It's really beautiful. Yes, I'm seeing you taking care. This is all about, taking care of someone, taking care of yourself. But this is about, I'm seeing you taking care of someone else in this card. I'm seeing that you could be taking care of, this could be a close friend, it could be a relative, because I'm seeing that this person's younger than you, I'm seeing, but you've known them for a long time. That's why I'm seeing it could be a relative. But this is someone you're very close to, you've known them for a long time. And I'm just seeing you sitting down with this person, you're listening to them. I'm seeing you might even be hugging them. This is really beautiful. So obviously, this is helping them. You're taking care of someone. This is also, this is helping them. You're helping them. But it's also about them helping you and you're helping you while you're helping them, if that makes sense. Because what you're doing is you're taking this focus off yourself and your problems for a while and you're focusing on someone else. So this is helping you when you do that. I hope that makes sense. So this has been, also this time has been a really big shift for you mentally and emotionally. There was a kind of a status around this relationship that you're in. It's like this person's definitely into status. They still are, I'm seeing. They're into status, they're into appearances. I was seeing that very clearly in the King of Pentacles. And you might have also internally felt that you'd lost some of the status in other people's eyes when you kind of separated from this person. You don't need status. You're the sun. You are the sun. You are the bright sun. You don't need this false facade. You don't need to kind of pretend to the outside world that things are fine and be everyone else's goals as a couple. You don't need that. You're the sun. This is the start of you finding freedom. This is the start of you finding yourself. And this freedom and this beautiful positivity starts internally. And then eventually it manifests outside. It's yourself. It manifests externally. That's what I'm trying to get out. I can't really get this out properly, but I'm trying to kind of express what I'm seeing. So yes, you're starting to feel this inside of yourself, this light, this sun, this genuineness, not this superficialness that this person had around them. Your light's opening up. You're seeing that. This is manifesting inside yourself, this positivity, and then after this happens, after a while, it's going to manifest outside of yourself. Your world is going to be more positive as well. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your present, is the Empress. Again, nurturing, taking care, helping, all of that is in this card as well. I'm getting this feeling that at this time, you're helping this person, but you're also coming closer to a lot of people in a really real way, in a kind of, you're opening up in a very genuine way, in a very real way. And I don't think you've had these kinds of very real, very open conversations with people for a long time. These conversations might be making you realize how isolated you were when you're around this person in this relationship. Now, I'm not seeing that they were saying to you, you can't see this person, you can't see that person. It wasn't that obvious. But what it was, and I was seeing this in the Sun card, they were trying to hide who you are or put shade over who you were. And you are the sun, you're the bright sun. And now that you're coming out of this time with them, you're realizing this about yourself. You're seeing that about yourself. It's genuine and beautiful. The sun is genuine and beautiful. And this kind of status and these status symbols this person had in the King of Pentacles, yes, they're real, but they're superficial. They're superficial. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Seven of Cups. So yes, again, I'm seeing that this person in the Three of Swords, this really kind of superficial person, I keep on seeing that, they might have some delusions about how important they are, and that comes with the King of Pentacles, that kind of thing. They're actually going to be feeling a bit directionless at this time, a little bit lost actually. I'm getting the sense that they thought that they had a lot of options in front of them. Love options I'm seeing, all kinds of other opportunities as well, maybe business opportunities. They thought that when they were going to come out of this separation with you, they were going to be fine. They were going to leap into all of these new fantastic things. I'm seeing a lot of these opportunities and these options might not have been real, or they might not have been what they thought they were. They might have fallen through. There are a lot of disappointments around what they thought was going to happen, and the reality isn't kind of living up to what they thought. So yes, they could have been acting as if they were kind of really proud of themselves in this conversation, excuse me, sorry about that, in this conversation they're having with you in the Three of Swords. They were like, oh yes, I have options, I can do this, you know, when I separate, everything will be fine for me. But actually, this isn't really working out in the way that they thought. And I'm seeing that for you, as you travel further and further away from this person and their world, this kind of superficial world, your world is becoming more genuine, more real, and lighter and lighter and lighter. You're getting closer and closer to the sun each time you get further and further away from this person's world. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is, yes, the Ten of Wands, this kind of burden card. I'm actually seeing something that you started to do a while ago. This is while, you know, you're trying to do this while you're still going through this, the worst of this time, the situation with this person in the Three of Swords and all this horrible drama and this kind of emotion, terrible emotion, sadness. So you were trying to concentrate on this at the same time, and you were really struggling with this. It might be something you're working on in work. It might have been studying or something like that. You're really struggling with getting through this, and I can see why, because you've had so much on your mind. So you're going through so much at this time. You still are. And so at this time in your future, I'm seeing that you're getting to the end of this. I'm just seeing that you're kind of saying to yourself, one last push, one last push. Yes, that's the horn. It's so noisy outside. That's the horn of the finish line. One last push, I'm seeing. You're thinking to yourself, just one last push and then I'll get to the end. I just need to kind of push myself a little bit further and I'll finish. I'll get over this kind of finish line. This won't be your best work. I'm just going to tell you this. It's not going to be the most fantastic work you've ever done. It's not going to be award-winning or anything like that. It's going to be done. It's going to pass. It's going to be okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes when you're going through these emotions and these terrible times and these problems, all you can do is do the best with what you have. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get through this. You're going to pass and it's going to be over with. You're going to be very relieved when it's over with. And you know, it'll be done. It'll be done. Please don't worry about this. The last card you have for your future is the Three of Pentacles. So more threes, and this is what I'm seeing. This is kind of following on, even though one's at the start, this is at the end. This is following on from the Three of Swords, this Three of Pentacles, because I'm seeing this is kind of relating to that. What I'm seeing is that, yeah, and it reflects the Seven of Cups as well. Okay, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing with this card. This ex or this person who you've separated from, or you're kind of in this process, this person could have thought that they had another option toward the end of the time that they were with you. It might not have been toward the end even, it might have been for a long time. They were thinking, if I leave this person, if I separate, I've got this other option. I've got this other person there waiting in the wings. So I am seeing some kind of a third party. I'm not seeing whether they actually got together with them properly or not, or what kind of level of third party it is, whether they were just keeping this person aside waiting, or whether they were actually truly involved with them while they're with you. I can't really see that clearly, but they thought that they had this other option. And yes, they thought someone else was waiting in the wings when they separated, they would be able to take up with this person. I'm seeing that either this fell through for them, so it didn't quite work out for them, or they had a lot of problems with this person, or they are having a lot of problems with this person right now, or they will be in the future. So there are a lot of problems around this. It might not have lasted. It might not have even gotten off the ground for them. It might be something like that. This is probably why they're feeling so lost at this time. They're still feeling lost, but you're moving on. You're becoming freer. And I'm saying it probably still isn't easy at this time. You're probably still going through this process. It's still not easy, of course. But as you keep on going, as you keep on getting away from this person's world, as I was seeing in the Seven of Cups, things are getting brighter for you. Things are going to keep on improving for you. And eventually you're going to be so free that you are going to be able to fly away. Not like this bird in the starred card, but a bird that's actually flying. That's going to be you. That's what I'm seeing.